Greetings, everyone. I'd like to begin with a simple question for all of you today. Have you ever explored different approaches to health and well-being, like your diet, lifestyle changes, practices, and you still felt like something is missing or that is important to you? Have you noticed that the more systems you encounter, the harder it becomes for you to understand how they relate to one another? What if that sense of confusion isn't a personal shortcoming, but it's the result of how it's presented today? Because historically, I will be honest with you, traditions like Ayurveda, yoga, Siddha medicine, even Jyotish like astrology, contemplative sciences are not taught in isolation, especially in traditional curriculum. When they were separated from their broader context, like what's going on with modern day BAMS and BSMS degrees, people become loss of orientation. But I'm not here to criticize you, because many of you here are thoughtful, curious, and sincere, that are looking for something, for an understanding, for a sense of enlightenment. But I get it, because some of you may be students who feel capable of more but unsure how to direct your energy. Some of you may be parents trying to support a child that doesn't easily fit the standard models. And some of you may already work in health and wellness and sense that something essential is missing from the larger picture. But you're not wrong, or you're not like dreaming at all. The fact is many modern conversations, balance is presented as the ultimate goal, including what you saw in Ayurveda today. But balance on its own is not called the starting point. It's often what we call the starting point, But that's not the final destination. Health can stabilize the body and mind, but stability raises a deeper question. Once balance is established, then what? What's afterwards? Is that it? That we're just our bodies? This is where the broader context becomes important. This is why this webinar that I designed with Dr. Shantanu is designed to help you understand how these three ancient sciences relate to one another, without blending them or without asking you to adopt any of it at once. We will clarify the distinct roles of three different sciences in here: Ayurveda, Jyotish, and Siddha science. Ayurveda, they focus on understanding the body constitution and supporting balance in the body and mind. Jyotish offers insight into timing, tendencies, and life direction. But Siddha science point towards a deeper refinement and spiritual inquiry. Rather than treating these as separate or competing systems, this webinar explores how can they be understood in the broader continuum of care, and why perspective is still relevant today. So during this session, we're going to focus on three central questions. First, what are Ayurveda, Jyotish, and Siddha science, and how do they differ? Second of all, how can these traditions support health, purpose, and spiritual growth when understanding in their proper context? And third, why are these systems being revisited in the modern world? This webinar is educational by nature, so we're here to provide you clarity and orientation, not techniques, prescriptions, or personal guidance. This is a map for you. Now, to introduce who are your guides during the webinar and who will be presenting, I will present to you myself as Andy Lai. Sometimes you might call me Vaidya Andy, or one day they can call me Siddhar Andy. My work actually focuses on exploring how different classical traditions, including Siddhar perspectives, yoga philosophies, and Chinese medical thought, how they can be understood coherently through my clinic called the House of Huangdi. I'll be joined by Dr. Shantanu Mishra, who is a BAMS and MD Ayurvedic physician and medical astrologer that is headquartered in India, who brings clinical experience and Jyotish insight into this discussion. So this conversation isn't about authority. It's about offering context to you as the wider audience. So I want to invite all you guys out there, and parents, from those who are gifted, those who are in alternative schools, those who are looking to homeschool their children, any providers that are into holistic health, any entrepreneurs that are into wellness aspects of their company. I want to invite you to this webinar where it will take place on December 23rd of 2025 at 2 p.m. Central Time live on Zoom. If this conversation or this presentation resonates with you, you are welcome to join us. So to receive the registration link, you can email me or Dr. Shantanu at andy.lai or andy.lai@g.austincc.edu or mishrashantanu9910 at to spell it out is mishrashantanu9910 at gmail.com. We'll be keeping this group intentionally limited to preserve the quality of the discussion. So I will want to remind you, you do not necessarily need more information. And often what's missing is context. So if you're interested in understanding how these traditions relate and why it matters, we look forward to sharing this conversation with you. Thank you.